Hey guys, I'm Daisho, and I am here back with Pack 2. And Pack 2 is not as exciting, or at least the first pack is not nearly as exciting as opening Tristani. Pack 1, not only is Tristani, like, awesome, but I think she's worth, like, $5 or $10 or something like that. So, it's just, like, one of the ideal cards to open. I think it's one of the best cards in Limited that you could possibly open. And right here, I'm making my decision between a Selesnya Charm and a Rootborn Defenses. I'm not really thinking of the Rootborn Defenses too much. It's pretty obviously going to be Selesnya Charm, and this card impressed me so much. I thought it was going to be one of the better charms, but now I think it's the best charm for Limited. I mean, I think Izzet Charm's good, but I don't think it's quite as good as Selesnya Charm. Selesnya Charm is just good in, like, every situation. And now here I actually have some decisions. There are some cards in this pack. There is a Golgari Decoy, a Corpsejack Menace, a Savage Surge, and a Selesnya Keyrune. I already have one Selesnya Keyrune, remember that. So I'm not like super looking forward to another one. Golgari Decoy is a really strong card. It doesn't have too much synergy with my deck, but the fact that you can just get in for a bunch of damage, trade with one of their guys, and then scavenge just makes that card so valuable. And I think that it should always be a high pick. So I'm happy to see it, and I end up going with that. Selesnya Keyrune is definitely. I mean, I don't think it would be the pick. The only other option is to play the Corpsejack Menace, but it's not really that good in my deck, and I'd rather just ship it along and take the chances that I'll have to play against it than just hating it here over a card that's really good and then it's going to make my deck. Let's move on to the next pack. Not too much here for me. There's like a Swift Justice, which is not too good. If you're in Selesnya, you don't need to run Swift Justice. You have better combat tricks. And then there is also Druid's Deliverance, which is an okay card, which I think should have been the pick here. It's a really good sideboard card, and if I do end up getting the critical mass of Exalted that I wanted, then I could take that. If I had taken the Transguild Promenade earlier in the draft, then maybe Explosive Impact was the choice, which is what I ended up going with. I think it was just pure. I just took that purely based on power level and the fact that I could splash it. But yeah, anyway, this pack is fine. Like, nothing really too good here for me, so that means that I'm going to be really happy taking a Giant Growth. If I had to choose between Giant Growth and like an Efficient Creature, I probably would choose the Efficient Creature just because there's so many different pump spells in green-white that you can always find enough, and your deck is never going to be like, oh man, I don't have enough combat tricks. Like, that's just never going to happen in Selesnya. As long as you're drafting. If you just open the cards, then it's going to be a completely different story. But here, there are some cards. There is a Stab Wound, and I think this is, what, a 5th pick Stab Wound? And then here's the decision that I was talking about earlier. It's between Stab Wound, Knightly Valor, and Towering Drake. Sorry if you don't know what Stab Wound does. I'll briefly explain it. It's 2 and a black. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2, and at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, they lose 2 life. So it's just a really strong card. I end up going with the Knightly Valor. This was my first Knightly Valor, so I just figured my first Knightly Valor would be better than my second Towering Indrik. I think I was wrong. I think I should have taken the Towering Indrik. It's just a lot better. And right here, I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on. I see a Wayfaring Temple in this pack, and that is, I think, a 5th pick Wayfaring Temple for me. And that's just absurd. I really wanted the Centaur Healer. Centaur Healer is such a good card. And, I mean, at common, I really want a couple in, like, every one of my Selesnya decks. But Wayfaring Temple is just too strong to pass. I mean, this card is like Crusader of Odric in a tokens deck that feeds itself and makes itself even bigger. And it's just so good. And you guys will see in the actual game portion how well it does. And right here, I see Knightly Valor and a whole bunch of nothing. So I'm kind of upset that I hadn't taken the Towering Indrik, because I would much rather have 2 Towering Indriks and 1 Knightly Valor than 2 Knightly Valors and 1 Towering Indrik. But there's really not much else in here. There's a dead. Is that a Dead Reveler? That looks like a Dead Reveler to me. Man, that card's good. So I think from the left, Red Black was flowing pretty well, but from the right, definitely was not. There was 2 people pretty close to each other to my right in black, so. Or in red black, so that's why that wasn't working out. Taking Armory Guard here. I think I overvalue this card a lot, but I think it's really good. Like, I mean, it just makes them not do anything, and when you're playing the Populate deck, you kind of just want them to dirtle around for a while so that you can just get your shit going, get your Centaurs out, start populating. Like, with cards like Tristani and Wayfaring Temple, it's really hard for me to lose the long game. But I take another Knightly Valor, so that's my 3rd, and now you guys can see why I'm really upset that I passed the Towering Indrik. I get a Savage Surge here, which is good. I was hoping something like that would wheel. And then here, again, I think I make the wrong choice. I should have gone with Druid's Deliverance, but I just didn't have that many like low drop creatures, so I'm like, I might have to run the Crocodile. But at this point, I mean, we're in pack 2, and I probably already have a 23 card deck, so I can afford to take sideboard cards over mediocre creatures at this point. And the Crocodile really is just a mediocre creature in my deck. It's not very good. But yeah, all right. So what's the last couple of picks? Yeah, this is a Firemind's Insight. My friend wanted it, so I just gave it to him after the draft. I don't know, a Firemind's Foresight. It's not very good, but yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this pack. So I'll be back in a little while. I have to choose between two of the worst cards in the set: Train Caracal and Urban Burgeoning. Is that what the card's called? I don't know. The land. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this this pack, and I'll be back for the last one pretty soon. So have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.